Elen, Silla, Lumen, Omen Tielvo. Today, I bring to you the history of Umbar and its dreaded Corsairs. The city of Umbar was founded in 2280 of the Second Age by the King's Men faction of Numenor at the height of Numenorean colonization in southern Middle-earth. Umbar would be the chief city for these evil Numenorians who would often bring back the spoils of their conquests to Umbar before going to Numenor. When Sauron began attacking the Numenorean lands in Middle-earth, the king Ar-Pharazôn, in 3261 of the Second Age, landed his massive army in Umbar before heading to Mordor and capturing Sauron, who surrendered. Pharazôn would erect a statue in honor of the event. In 3319, after the downfall of Numenor, Umbar was the chief city where the king's men were left. Now taking the name Black Numenoreans, Umbar joined with Sauron in the War of the Last Alliance. After the defeat of Sauron, Umbar remained quiet. While tensions remained between Umbar and Gondor, open war would not occur. In an attempt to ease tensions, the 12th king of Gondor, Taradan Falastor, married Baruthiel of Umbar. Baruthiel was a wicked lady, and Falastor would eventually exile her back to Umbar. It would be soon after this, in Eärnil's time, when war would break out. Eärnil would take a fleet of ships and attack Umbar and conquer the city. The Black Numenorean lords were driven from Umbar for a time, but in the year 1015 of the Third Age, they returned to wage war. In the battle for Umbar, King Ciriandil fell, and Umbar would be laid siege. For 35 years, Umbar would be contested until King Ciriahair defeated the Black Numenoreans and their Southron allies. Many years would go by with Umbar under Gondorian control, until 1448, at the end of the kinstrife in Gondor, Castamir the Usurper's sons would flee to Umbar, and here the Corsairs of Umbar would be born. The Corsairs' war had begun. King Aldamir would be slain in 1540 by the Corsairs and their allies in Harad. Once more, Umbar would lose its allies against Gondor, however. It would be many years before the Corsairs struck again. This time in 1634, they raided Pelargir and slew King Menardil. Gondor, due to the Great Plague, did not have the strength to seek retribution. Eventually, King Telumethar would invade Umbar in 1810, and there the final descendants of Castamir fell with Umbar. This control would not last long, as soon Gondor came under threat from the Wainriders of the east, and Umbar would be lost to the Haradrim. These new Corsairs often raided the coastlands of Gondor, and in a raid of Dor in Eärnil, the Corsairs slew the 15th Prince of Dol Amroth. These events were in 2746. Just 12 years later, during the long winter, Umbar gathered a mighty fleet and attacked not only Gondor, but her allied kingdom Rohan. When winter ended and spring began, the Corsairs were pushed out of the lands. Umbar supported the Harad in the Battle of the Crossings of Poros, where the combined might of Gondor and Rohan again defeated them. It was not long after until Sauron revealed himself in Mordor, and the Corsairs quickly joined their Dark Lord of old. It was during this time that the statue made by Ar-Pharazôn would be thrown down. One night, a Gondorian captain named Thorongil led a surprise attack on Umbar, ravaging the fleet and killing the captain in the havens. This would weaken Umbar until the War of the Ring. During the war, Sauron would send 50 great Corsair ships to attack the southern lands of Gondor and force that kingdom to divide her forces. The Corsairs attacked Belfalas and raided up the Anduin River. In the Battle of Pelargir on March 13th, the Corsairs were once again met by Thorongil, this time under his true name of Aragorn, heir of Elendil. The Corsairs would be confronted by the dead men of Dunharrow, and out of fear the Corsairs would leap from their ships into the sea. Thus were the Corsairs defeated, and 12 days later Sauron was totally defeated. In Gondor, Aragorn would be crowned King Elessar, and it is said that peace would be made with the east and the south after several more conflicts. So it is possible peace was finally made with Umbar. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, feel free to like and subscribe for more content, and let me know how I can better improve these videos. Thanks, and as the elves say, Namarie.